to services. We are live on YouTube. All of you are muted for our service. Rabbi or Cantor will let you know when to unmute. Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Asharet, Malchei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem L'Shalom, Malchei Hashalom, Malchei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Barkuni L'Shalom, Malchei Hashalom, Malchei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitchem L'Shalom, Malchei Hashalom, Malchei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Welcome to everyone who is with us tonight by Zoom and by YouTube. This Shabbat is the last in the year 5780. Next Shabbat, we will welcome in 5781. As we take a deep breath to inhale a much needed day of rest and exhale the week that has passed, let us breathe out the year that is closing as well. Join me in expelling the trials and tribulations that are behind us. Let us take in the hope and possibility that lay before us. And so we breathe deeply for just a moment. And with those deep breaths and a sense of being refreshed and renewed over the next 24 hours, we turn to celebration as this Shabbat, Amir and Alicia Redlick will be called to the Torah as B'nai Mitzvah of Beth Chaim tomorrow morning. In their honor, I invite Alicia, Amir, and their family to lead us in candlelighting and Kiddush. We'll start with the English reading, Amir.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold us, so may we, by our lives, give all of our light to those who behold us. As their brightness reminds us to the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
And now we invite your grandmother, Marcia, to come and light the candles.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. And you can lift up your Kiddush cup as you'll lead us in this blessing of joy.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavav בשבת קודשו, באהבה וברצון, הנהי לנו, זיכרון למעשה בראשית, כי הוא יום תהילה ומקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים, כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, בשבת קודשך, באהבה וברצון, הנחלתנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת.
Amen. L'chaim. And Alicia, you'll close us out with your reading.
I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics and no services, but I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us, and to bring that vision to life.
I want to wish you both a mazel tov. We're so excited to hear even more from you tomorrow morning. Everyone is invited to join us on Zoom at 10:30, and please join me in wishing our B'nai Mitzvah a mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Well, it's for you.
I just
Mazel tov to you.
Mazel tov. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Congratulations, and what a great backdrop you have.
I did. Thank you.
Introduce himself to me. He's not shy.
We continue with Lachado D, our prayer showing our excitement that Shabbat has finally arrived.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת לקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת לקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, שיבו תפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מכל הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, אורי אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. בואי בשלום עטרת בלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, ונשבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, ונשבת נקבלה.
Feel free to unmute yourself. Wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom. Type in the chat box. Text a friend. Good Shabbos.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat
everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
2 years. Shabbat
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Oh, there's a chat.
Shalom, everybody.
Hers.
Yeah, I can't read it, but it's too small.
That says Yogi Berra.
Andrew, you were a little loud. That's not what I said.
We'll now continue with our service with Marhu, our call to worship.
Oh, everybody's up there.
Oh.
Funny how
La la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. La la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. La 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 la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la. Barechu et Adonai Hamemora. Barechu et Adonai Hamemora. Baruch Adonai Hamemora leolam vaed. Baruch Adonai Hamemora leolam vaed. Ya la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Hashem yidbaro ma'ariv arabim, ma'ariv arabim. You called the world into being and spread all the stars in the heavens above. You made the morning and evening, surrounding us daily with signs of your love. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Hashem yidbaro ma'ariv arabim, ma'ariv arabim. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu v'shochbenu, Kumenu, נשגיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו, ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה, נגה יומם ולילה. ואהבתך תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. 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 ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. לה 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 ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. לה 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 והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך. לה 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 ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך, על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. לי לי לה 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 למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We continue with Micha Mocha.
מי כמוך בא אלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילתו על חוטך ראו בניך, חוקי הים לפני משה ומרים. זה לי ענו ואמרו, זה לי ענו ואמרו, אדוני יבנו לעולם ועד, אדוני יבנו לעולם ועד. אשכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, עמידנו שומרנו לחיים. Spread the shelter of your peace over us, guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Hamidenu shomreinu ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים, את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
The Salve, which is Shabbat, a poem by Suzanne Sobransky, adapted for our service. It is a covenant as old as our people, a promise carried throughout the ages. God will keep those who keep Shabbat. And yet today we struggle to find peace of mind. We struggle to find the inner calm of Shabbat. We struggle to feel the love of the Shekhinah, God's presence. We have gained solace in the arms of community, coming together on Friday and Saturday, sharing the prayers of one another. The humanity of joining together is now absent from our lives, leaving us to yearn for the hugs and smiles. The salve of Shabbat remains despite social distancing. The words of the Shema still define our being. The lessons of Torah are still a tree of life. Though our world has been turned upside down, God still provides Sukkot Shalom, the shelter and peace of the day of rest. Shabbat cares for us as we celebrate Shabbat. We care for Shabbat as it celebrates us. Shabbat is our connection to each other in all times.
Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sfatai Titach. Na 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 Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha. Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sfatai Titach. Na 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 Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha. Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו, לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We now take a few moments to express gratitude for all of the blessings in our lives, blessings small and large, frequent or rare. If you are saying thank you for something and you'd like to share that with your community, please type in the chat box so we can express gratitude with you. Mazel tov to Camille on her niece's upcoming baby. All right, we have a new job. We have not one, but two B'nai Mitzvah tomorrow. The NFL is back. Both Neil and my husband are thrilled. Oh, Hillary has a new job. That was fast. Mazel tov. Grandson is healing well. That we are here and can remember 9/11 together. More on that in just a moment. Support of community. Mazel tov to your family circle. spending time with family. So much to be grateful for. Keep those blessings coming as we say thank you together.
מודים אנחנו לך, מודים אנחנו לך.
Now our prayers turn towards peace, shalom, which can also mean wholeness, as we hope that we can find some peace and wholeness for ourselves and for all the inhabitants of this earth.
שלום רב על ישראל עמך, ישים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, ישים לעולם. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון בכל השלום. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון בכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, ישים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, ישים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל, בכל עת ובכל שעה לשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, ישים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, ישים לעולם. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, ישים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, ישים לעולם. ישים לעולם. ישים לעולם.
We now take a few moments to offer the prayers of our own hearts or to return to our breath as we sit in silence.
יהיו לרצון אמרתי, והגיון ליבי לפניך. אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי וגואלי, וגואלי.
Our thoughts now turn to those in our lives in need of healing, whether that be healing of the body, healing of the mind, healing of the heart, or healing of the soul. If you are keeping someone in your prayers this Shabbat, I invite you to type those names in the chat box as I share the following names of loved ones of members of our community. Rhoda Schwartz, Arlene Grable, Teddy Molaski, Nathan Hecker, William Jackie Sola, Steve Bizanoff, Marion Berman, Ginny Gittleman, Betty Abramowitz, Eileen Applebaum, Bob Gast, Chaim Ben Esther, Marvin Gittleman, Elaine Berkowitz, Barbara Gladstone, Rosalie Krieger, Diane Walter, Piper Fitzpatrick, Toby Arias, Dorothy Chason, Jill Sava, Yisrael Binyamin, Wally Herrera, Francis Baranya, Arlene Mulry Pearl, Sheldon Kaplan, Lisa Schur, Marlena Elkin, Justin Wajaysinga, Nancy Antonelli, Susan Scott, Les Nagler, Beverly Newlander, Louis Baskin, Herb Pierce, Erica Taylor, and Rachel Blum. For all those and many more in need of healing and wholeness, we invoke the names of our ancestors as we sing Mishaberach.
Mishaberach Avotenu, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov. Mishaberach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Mishaberach Avotenu, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov. Mishaberach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well.
19 years ago today, I was sitting in the library doing homework. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary until my friend came in from the computer lab talking nonsense about planes flying into the World Trade Center. I was sure he was confused. He must have seen something online about the World Trade Center bombing that was years ago. Everything was fine. But as my friend dragged me to his computer screen to see the live news feed for myself, we heard an announcement over the intercom to congregate for an emergency all-school assembly. There I learned that planes had indeed flown into the World Trade Center, as well as crashed into the Pentagon and a field in Pennsylvania, and the world felt upside down. No classes were held for the rest of the day. Instead, we'd gathered in sitting rooms, trying to call our families and make sense of the nonsensical. The fear was palpable, as many of my classmates had family and friends who lived or worked in New York City. The same is true for many members of Congregation Beth Chaim. Members of our community lost loved ones and coworkers and acquaintances 19 years ago today. And our world was indeed turned upside down. The events of 9/11 changed the course of history, and they changed us. They forced us to grapple with loss and mourning, with terror and terrorism, with safety and security. They altered the way we travel, the way we see other people, and the way we view the world. It was a watershed moment in American history and arguably global history as well. Today, we find ourselves in a world turned upside down yet again. While it would be unfair to compare a terrorist attack carried out by one group to target another, and a non-sentient virus who infects indiscriminately, we are feeling some of the same effects of communal trauma and tragedy. Yet again, too many lives have been lost. Yet again, our economy has been hard hit. Yet again, we are quick to defeat the enemy at hand. Only this time, the so-called enemy is one we cannot see. Everything does not feel fine. However, not all is lost. As hard as it was 19 years ago to regroup and rebuild, we did it. We came together to grieve our losses and support one another. We learned how to live in an upside-down world in which everything is out of the ordinary. And we can do it again. Today, we find ourselves in the midst of a watershed moment in human history. The world has changed and will continue to do so, but we still have one another. As long as our community remains, each of us has a source of strength to weather this storm and any others in our path. I am incredibly grateful for the gifts that Congregation Beth Chaim has given me throughout the turmoil of the last 6 months, and I pray that I am not alone in that gratitude. Tonight, as we remember all that was lost on 9/11 19 years ago, and as we contemplate all that seems scary and uncertain now, may we find solace in one another and in the hope that things will get better. As we approach a new Jewish year, I pray that 5781 will be richer and more rewarding than 5780. Even if the world stays upside down, let us find a way to walk on the ceiling, hand in hand, marching together. To start us on that path, we turn to Aleinu, our prayer urging us to partner with God to repair this broken world.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב עיקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגבי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו echad.
A 9/11 memorial prayer by Alden Solovey. Creator of all, source and shelter, grant a perfect rest under your tabernacle of peace to those who died in the 9/11 attacks on the United States. Remember the works of their hands and the message of their hearts. Grant their families peace and comfort for your name's sake and for the sake of all who perished. Bring an end to violence and terror speedily in our days. May their memories be sanctified with joy and love. May their souls be bound up in the bond of life, a living blessing in our midst. Remember the lives of those who were taken from us. One this week, Ronnie Turek, sister-in-law of Marcia Turek. Several whose loved ones are in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning. Nissim Levis, uncle of Livia Levis Ruiz. Jack Petsko, husband of Barbara Petsko, father of Allison and Andrea. Herbert Nassau, beloved of Betty Pfeiffer. Leo Schwartz, father of Scott Schwartz. Joy Safran, mother of Corey Safran. Herman Zulo, son of Kathleen Moriarty and Keith Zulo, brother of Madeline, Lillian, and Hannah. Alice Meltzer, wife of Alan Meltzer. And remember the following yahrzeits, those who were taken from us around this time in years past. Aaron Jacobs, Esther Silverstein, Milton Bogad, Helen Elbaum, George Joseph Kaplan, Diane Eder, Lucille Snyder, Samuel Feldman, Nettie Gittleman, Deborah Greenberg, Keith Milano, Alan Lovich, Benjamin Ross, Harry Soffin, Larry Resnick, Karen Rosengarten, Harry Rothman, Richard Aronow, Marjorie Sheffield, Irving Thompson, Ida Goldsmith, Karen Wernick, Mildred DiGirolamo, Milton Berkowitz, Teresa Diamond, Saul Diamond, Philip Rathken, David Lee Underwood, Anita Weinstein, and Celia Boyer Weiss. For all those and many more we carry in our hearts, we recite together. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, v'chayechon uvyomechon, chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach l'alam u'almei almaya, Yit barach v'yish tabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit romam v'yit naseh, v'yit hadar v'yit alev v'yit halal shemei dekudisha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, da'amiran bi'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, amen. We'll now hear from Vivian Newmark.
Unmute. Good. Hello.
Nope. Vivian, we can't hear you. You were unmuted for just a moment.
Now I'm unmuted.
Yes.
Hello. My name is Vivian Newmark, and on behalf of the Board of Directors of Congregation Beth Chaim, thank you for joining us tonight. We would like to share with you a few events and activities between now and next Shabbat. Tomorrow morning at 8:45 a.m. is Torah study. At 10:30 a.m., Amir and Alicia Redlick will become B'nai Mitzvah via Zoom. Please join us to wish them a hearty Mazel Tov. Saturday evening at 9 p.m., the Board of Rabbis of Princeton Mercer Bucks, with the support of the Jewish Federation of Princeton Mercer Bucks, invites you to join us for Havdalah and a Slichot service on Zoom as we prepare for the high holidays. Religious school starts this Sunday with a drive-by to meet your teachers, receive a goodie bag, and of course, eat ice cream. Check your email to see your family's arrival time. We are very excited to see all of your faces. On Tuesday at 7:30 p.m., there will be a discussion about Israel and the UAE. What does the recent peace agreement mean? Beth Chaim's preschool is in full session and still has available spots. Contact Robin Resnick for more information. Next Shabbat, we welcome in the new year with Rosh Hashanah. Check your email and our website, www.bethchaim.org/HHD, for more details about how to participate in our virtual and in-person offerings for the high holidays of 5781. Shabbat Shalom and Shana Tova. May you all have a good and sweet new year.
Thank you, Vivian. We'll finish tonight with a song about building a different kind of world, which we can only do when we come together and work towards that goal.
Olam chesed yibaneh, yalalai, lalai, lalai. Olam chesed yibaneh, yalalai, lalai, lalai. Ya la 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 la. Olam chesed yibane. Ya la 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 la.
Jewish tradition instructs us to blast the shofar every day in the month of Elul, this final month of the Jewish calendar. And so this is our last Shabbat, where we will hearken the new year, as by next Shabbat, it will be time to blow the shofar to welcome in 5781. And so tonight we invite Josh Waldorf, who we're going to spotlight, to blow shofar for us. You're going to be great.
5 minutes to 3 minutes before services.
He's a trooper.
All right, very good.
And so our shofar blessing is Baruch Atah Adonai Shomea Truah. Blessed are you, the Eternal, who enables us to hear the blast of Truah. Tikiah. Shvarim Truah. Tikiah. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Josh.
Yashika.